Hi everyone, back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with the Rumour Has It video where we're talking about players linked to the football club this coming transfer window. It's going to be a busy window, that's for sure. There's been loads of name links already. We've had players released, which we weren't surprised at. So yeah, it's going to be a real transitional phase for Newcastle this summer, and there's going to be loads of names linked. Some will be true, some will be false. We just report the ones that linked in the media. We don't do ITK here. We don't make nonsense up and talk about players going to phantom barbecues and walking down Whitley Bay seafront with a bag of chips or something like that. We don't make that nonsense up for clickbait. No clickbait here. Just what's in the media. We talk about the player, we run them through the stat computer, and we say whether we think it'll be a good transfer, whether it's likely or not. So we're going to get stuck right into a player in a minute who actually has played in the Premier League before. Some of you might remember him when he was there. I don't think he was particularly great or particularly bad. He was just somewhere in the middle, I think, as memory serves. But Leeds United fans, if you're watching, let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. But we'll get stuck right into this player in a second. Just before we do, a little reminder, if you haven't already, smash subscribe. I'd love you to come and join us. We're over 7,600 subs, so the goal is to be 8,000 before the season starts. That would be amazing if you can get us there, guys. If you've already subscribed, recommend us to family or friends. It's all free content, Evermore, but there is a members option there if you want early access to videos just like this one. Smash whichever one suits you best. Don't forget to hit the notification bell either so you don't miss any of the videos when they come up. So let's get stuck in. Who am I rambling on about today? Well, it's this lad I'm talking about. So it's a USA international, Weston McKennie. Now, Weston McKennie plays for Juventus. But he was on loan at Leeds United, which was my reference point at the start, as you can see there. Back in 22-23 season, he had 20 appearances, no goals, 1 assist. I think he had some good performances for Leeds and some bad ones, I think, as well as memory serves. But the good thing about Weston McKennie is he can play in a multitude of positions. Is the first thing off the top of the bat is he can play central midfield. He's a good runner. He is capable of getting into the box, and you know, he's good in the air. He can finish, even though his goals kind of stats don't really suggest that. He's not a bad crosser of the ball either. He works hard. So he would definitely fit into Eddie Howe's work ethic, I think, of a hard-working, industrious player that closes people down. So that would work for him. He's only 25 years old, so he's at a good age bracket. He's got a lot of experience there. As you can see, 51 caps for America, 11 goals and 7 assists. You know, he's played for Juventus, Schalke, and Leeds. He's played for some big clubs. He's played Premier League football before. So they're the kind of positives in terms of Weston McKennie as a transfer link. And also the other one is the price. So I think he's in the final year of his contract. Yeah, it expires in June 2025. So apparently Juventus, the old lady, as they call him, which I love that nickname, the old lady will accept offers between 17 million and 21 million for the 25-year-old USA international. And that's not bad in terms of a player of that level of experience. So apparently Newcastle, Villa and Everton are all interested in this player. But that's the good bit. Now, here's the bad bit. The stats don't make great reading, to be honest with you, when you're looking at there. The red, amber, greens. Stats can be taken in multiple different ways. It all depends on, you know, the position you're playing and, you know, the people you play, you know, you're up against it, you know, and your stats could look bad and you could have actually had not a bad season, to be fair. But I think one good thing about Weston McKennie, again, is the consistency of play. 34 games he's played this season in the league, and 4 in the Coppa Italia. So consistency is there, you know, in terms of lack of injury. So that's a bonus, especially for Newcastle United squad last season. But the stats aren't great. The passes and pass completion are very, very low. You know, the pass completion in the 19th percentile, progressive passing even worse, 12th percentile. Key passes, though, is up in 76. That's not too bad. Passes in the final third are very, very low. So Weston McKennie is a player, I think, who gives the ball to other people to then take it forward. But when you've got players like Chiesa in your team, you know, Vlahovic, who maybe drops deep for the ball, then you can maybe understand why them stats are kind of like that as well. Shot creation chances, goal creation chances are not too bad. Over mid-range, assists is quite high, you know, in terms of his game time. But his shots are really poor. He doesn't take a lot of shots. His goals are extremely poor. As you can see, there's tackles, which worries me, and his interception and blocks are really, really low. His fouls are good. He doesn't give away many fouls. And recoveries are poor. Now, the benefit of Weston McKennie, I think, in our team is that he can play as a defensive midfielder, and he has done quite a lot, certainly last season. But those tackles and blocks stats worry me a little bit about how good he actually is in that role, or how good he is as a midfielder winning the ball back. Now, again, it's maybe an unfair comparison, but Mark's compared him to Bruno on the other side of the radar grid. Then Bruno was obviously head and shoulders above this lad as a player in multiple ways. Is Weston McKennie a better player than Sean Longstaff? I don't know. It could be debatable. You know, if you had the two of them playing in the same league and you looked at them week in, week out, I'm not sure you'd be able to split much between them, to be honest with you. So is Weston McKennie better than what we have already in that midfield with Sean Longstaff, Louis Miley, Elliot Anderson, I would say no. I don't think he actually is. And obviously with Louis and Elliot Anderson, they're so young as well, and they're just getting better and better. And I don't think Weston McKennie would be that good of an addition to the squad. Yes, he can play in number 6, but for me, for 17 to 20 million, I think there's better players out there. You could take advantage of players on free transfers, or players maybe, you know, who are over 30 but have that experience that can come in and sit in that 6 role and do a really good job against the likes of City to stop De Bruyne playing and Odegaard playing against Arsenal and things like that. I don't think Weston McKennie's that type of player really for us. So yeah, I think Newcastle could probably do better than this. So I'm going to say this one isn't particularly a transfer that excites me in all fairness. But if you do want to watch Weston McKennie, he will be in action for the USA in the Copa America. I think it's the 23rd of June is their first games. Obviously, we're going to be watching that for Bruno Guimaraes and Mickey Almiron as well. We'll be playing that, and any other South American targets will be linked to as well. So the Copa America will be an interesting tournament this summer alongside the Euros as well. A lot of football for these players and a lot of targets will be on display. So want to check out, want to watch. But yeah, for me, no thanks on Weston McKennie. I think there's better targets out there. And I think Newcastle have better midfielders already in-house than he is. If we need a 6, I'd rather go for someone like Wilfred Ndidi, who's experienced and he's a free agent. And I think he'd be a better player in that role than Weston McKennie. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We always like to hear from you. Smash a comment in. We'll do our best to reply to you. As I mentioned at the start, if you haven't, click subscribe. Help get us to the 8K. We'd love you to get us there soon. Like the video too. Help the channel grow. We'll be back soon with some more transfer rumours. Have a belter. We'll see you later. Cheers.